Show me you belong with us. What's up, YouTube? This is Mathos97, and welcome to episode of Jett Storm's My Career Mode in WWE 2K15. And yes, Jett Storm has joined, and as we can see here, got a bit of action going on Monday Night Raw. Here is Jett Storm and R-Truth teaming up to take on Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. But look at Jett Storm here, delivers a DDT to R-Truth, turning his back on his tag team partner here tonight. R-Truth, of course, the man who rescued Jett Storm from a beatdown against the Wyatt family a number of weeks ago. But now Jett Storm has turned his back on him so that he could join the Wyatt family. And as we can see, Jett Storm sporting a new attire. He's got some new ring gear, almost like a miniature Eric Rowan. But as we can see here, Bray Wyatt welcoming Jett Storm to the family. And tonight, Jett Storm and Bray Wyatt are teaming up to take on the team of Bad News Barrett and Ryback. So Jett Storm in the last episode faced Bray Wyatt at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and he ended up losing the matchup despite a very valiant effort. He really took the fight to Bray Wyatt, almost had him on the brink of defeat. But unfortunately for Storm, he lost the matchup, and ultimately his anger got the better of him. And now Jett Storm, he has sided with the Wyatt family. And it really has just been a downward spiral for Jett Storm ever since WrestleMania. He lost the match against Daniel Bryan. And then he got a message from Vicky Guerrero, and he basically told her, you know, I don't need you. I blew her off. So Vicky suspended Jett Storm, took him off TV for several months. And then when he returned, he just suffered all these assaults from the Wyatt family. He just took beating after beating. And now Jett Storm, he couldn't take it anymore, and he believes that Bray Wyatt maybe has the answer to all of his problems. So as we can see right now, Jett Storm measuring Barrett here. Look at this. Bulldog right there by Jett Storm. And we did see in the last match at Money in the Bank, Jett Storm did appear to be a lot more aggressive than he normally was. So really you can just see the anger sort of taking over. He's letting his frustrations get the better of him. But that could perhaps translate to success now that he has joined the Wyatt family. Now just sending Bad News Barrett shoulder first into that ring post. Barrett, of course, a former Intercontinental Champion. And, you know, Ryback also a very dominant performer in his own right. Look at this double team by Storm and Wyatt. Just suplexing Bray Wyatt onto Ryback right there. And that definitely is going to give the Wyatt family the advantage here. Storm and Wyatt currently have the upper hand. But, of course, as I say that, Ryback with a counter. And, you know, could we really call, at this point, Jett Storm more like Jett Wyatt? I mean, maybe he's going to undergo some sort of gimmick change, and maybe he'll change his name to Wyatt. I don't know. I don't think that's how it works, though, because, I mean, Rowan and Harper, their last name is, or at least their character last name is not Wyatt. So I would think Jett Storm, he's going to stay Jett Storm, but it definitely should make for an interesting, to say the least, title for this video. So as you can see right now, Jett Storm just relentless, going after Barrett here, as Ryback and Bray Wyatt continue the action in the ring. Jett Storm, he's got Barrett up on the announce table here. What is Jett Storm doing? He's not even in the ring. Jett Storm, Eye of the Storm through the announce table here, as Jett Storm just completely obliterates Wade Barrett there. And now, he was trying to go after Ryback, but Ryback, he ducked it. And have a jawbreaker right there by Jett Storm, and that should turn the tides in Bray Wyatt's favor here. But Jett Storm, he's got to get out of the ring, being disqualified by the referee. As Jett Storm, it appears as though his actions last week proved to Bray Wyatt that he was worthy enough to be a member of the Wyatt family. And now here tonight, Jett Storm, almost another challenge for him here. He's going to have to prove that he can stay a member of the Wyatt family, that he and Bray Wyatt can work together as a successful unit. And I was very confused with the one option that Bray Wyatt gave Jett Storm at one point. It was basically, you know, earlier in the episode, at the beginning, where he basically was like, hey, you something, and Jett Storm, one of the options was like, no, you know what, I changed my mind. I don't want to be a member of the Wyatt family. I'm going to face you in a steel cage. Why? Why is that a thing? Like, I guess, I don't know. I don't even understand it, because that what would be the whole point of joining the Wyatt family if you're just this night say, I changed my mind? That just basically throws any elements of storytelling out the window. Really, what would be the point of that? At least with Daniel Bryan, he was a member of the Wyatt family for a couple of weeks. I think it was at least 2 weeks. But, I mean, not even a full day? I think that's a bit extreme. I didn't really understand that choice. But I guess we're just going to have to see how this whole Wyatt family angle plays out. Oh, nice double team there by Storm and Wyatt. But Ryback kipping right back up to his feet here. And now he's trying to take on both members of the Wyatt family. He's trying to take on Bray and Jett Storm at the same time here. And Ryback, you know, he was trying to get a comeback in there, but Jett Storm and Bray Wyatt were able to stall it out. And Barrett right now just, all he can do is just watch on the apron as Bray Wyatt, yeah, he messed it up there. Uranagi side slam to Ryback, covered by Bray. But Barrett gets in there to break up the pinfall attempt. And now Jett Storm just sweeps out the leg, and Barrett is back, crashing on the apron there. And look at this, Bray Wyatt measuring Ryback. He's looking to set him up for the Sister Abigail, and Jett Storm, Sister Abigail! Jett Storm, meanwhile, on the outside, setting up Wade Barrett here for a storm out. The somersault cutter out onto the floor. Bray with the cover. That is it. Bray Wyatt and Jett Storm finish off Ryback and Wade Barrett here tonight. So now we move on to the Battleground pay-per-view. Jett Storm has got a new theme song, new entrance. And of course, with this whole new persona he seems to have adapted as a member of the Wyatt family. And I do understand that I tried to add in the face paint. It wasn't, it wasn't anything really special. And none of the other Wyatt family members really have face paint, but I figured it would just kind of, I don't know, I thought it would be something a little extra just to kind of add to the attire. It may not be too visually appealing. I'm not exactly sure what your take on it might be. I mean, it's kind of basic, but I don't know. I threw it in there just to try to mix things up a little bit, try to show Jett Storm's, transformation from this fan favorite character, high-flying superstar, panders to the fans, and now he's just become this aggressive superstar. He's joined the Wyatt family. He really had to undergo, in my opinion, I think he had to undergo a visual change. He had to kind of get a new attire, really just change things up. And of course, since I'm pretty sure that whole logo I put on the back is a Bray Wyatt logo. I haven't seen that for any other superstar. It sounds like a Bray Wyatt thing. Embrace your evil. But regardless, I think it just fits the whole scenario. And that I still am reluctant to even touch the logo importer. That's what I was thinking of. I couldn't remember it for a second. I don't know. I'm just not really good with logos, and I've just been too lazy to use the logo importer. But here tonight, Bray Wyatt and Jett Storm gonna take on the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, former tag team champions. So this could be a big matchup for the Wyatt family here tonight at Battleground. I would imagine that the Usos, they've had their rivalry with the Wyatt family in the past. So I would imagine that something's been going on between them and perhaps Rowan and Harper maybe, or just the Wyatt family in general. I mean, I wouldn't think that Jett Storm is the only target the Wyatt family has. But I mean, I'm not sure. But regardless, the Usos and the Wyatt family, they do have history with one another. So tonight, Jett Storm and Bray Wyatt going to be taking on the Usos in tag team action here at Battleground. And this is the first real challenge for Jett Storm to participate in. I mean, this is the big stage. It's a pay-per-view environment. Jett Storm, he's going to have to prove to Bray Wyatt that he is a loyal member of the Wyatt family, that he will, in fact, be of benefit to the Wyatt family and their endeavors to... I'm really not sure what the Wyatt family's endeavors are, but regardless, it should definitely grant the Wyatt family success now that they have Jett Storm on their side. That's what Jett Storm's trying to prove here tonight. Is look at this. Vicious kicks to the face of Jimmy Uso here. At the moment, the Wyatt family gains control here. And look at this. Back suplex by Jett Storm, just going right on the attack, right on the assault on Jimmy Uso here. And I'm kind of curious whether or not we're going to see a tag into Bray Wyatt here. Because, I mean, if you're Jett Storm, you don't want to show any really disloyalty towards Bray Wyatt. But at the same time, you want to try to impress him. You want to show your own skills and abilities. Prove that you're going to be an asset to this faction. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this matchup goes. Whether or not Jett Storm will tag in Bray Wyatt. Nice DDT there by Storm. But right now, Jett Storm, he's got firm control here over Jimmy Uso. Bray Wyatt, I'm sure he's feeling pleased over there on the apron. He's just watching on. And just with his twisted mind, who knows what kind of thoughts he's got planned, what kind of torture he has in store for the Usos here. But I'm sure he's definitely proud of what Jett Storm is accomplishing here tonight. I mean, it's just been all Jett Storm from the get-go. I would think that Jett Storm, or that Bray Wyatt, has not regretted his decision to take Jett Storm under his wing here as a member of the Wyatt family. Oh, but look at Jey Uso just slamming Jett Storm into those steel steps. And right now, it's almost a double team here. The Usos both going after Jett Storm here, but Jett Storm, he has Jimmy up against the barricade, just punching him in the face there. And now Jey Uso gets Jett Storm out of there, sends him crashing into the steel steps, and that's going to buy Jimmy Uso some time to recover. Jett Storm, he's going to make it back into the ring here. So does Jimmy Uso, but look at this. Oh! Jett Storm, he just bulldogged the referee from behind. The referee didn't see what happened. And now Jett Storm, oh, Jett Storm's got a steel chair. Look at Jett Storm trying to capitalize while the ref was down. But apparently the referees have gotten some sort of health boost in this year's game. That ref got up really fast. And Jett Storm got the Wyatt family disqualified. So that's a bit unfortunate, but Jett Storm still made his point clear that he is, he will stop at nothing to gain success. And he's just, I don't know if he's looking out for the benefit of the Wyatt family or if this is more so to try to help elevate his career. And we can see it's working if that is the case. Jett Storm, he's been, I mean, the victory over Barrett and Ryback, the victory over the, well, that wasn't really a victory over the Usos, but still, Jett Storm did definitely show dominance. And we could clearly see that Jett Storm had the upper hand on the Usos for the early stages of that matchup before he got himself disqualified, since the referee is, he knows how to take a bulldog and stand up 5 seconds later. But now tonight, Jett Storm's going to go one-on-one with the Hollywood A-lister. Well, that's what the Miz seems to believe anyway. He believes he's a Hollywood A-lister. But tonight, Jett Storm, he's going to look to just beat the Miz's face in. He's just looking to completely destroy the Moneymaker here tonight. And, you know, maybe the Miz could find himself on the receiving end of a steel chair to the face. Perhaps. Jett Storm's got one in store for the Miz here. Jett Storm stomp right to the chest of the Miz. And Jett Storm in firm control once again. Much like last night at Battleground, Jett Storm has the upper hand on the Miz. He's looking dominant. But Miz right now, he was able to counter. And now really just wrenching back. Jett Storm in a very awkward position there as Miz he had those arms all tied up. And that definitely is going to put Jett Storm in some pain. But as we've seen in the past, Jett Storm, I don't know, sometimes he can have a high tolerance for pain. But there have been occasions where he has been caught off guard. And he's been put away fairly easily. SummerSlam, John Cena. But anyway, look at this elbow drop right to the heart of the Miz. And Jett Storm, now he's just measuring the face of Miz. Stomp right to the face. Right there, right to the Moneymaker. Jett Storm, he may have just ended the Miz's Hollywood acting career. Oh, look at that leg sweep now. As Jett Storm, you know, he may have just destroyed the Miz's career, his future. As he's just stomped the Moneymaker right in the face. And now look at this. Look at this, a drop kick once again to the face. And the Miz, well, you know, his acting career may very well be over in his eyes. I mean, Jett Storm really has just been going right after the Miz's face as he delivers a nice backbreaker there. Jett Storm, I mean, just look at this. Jett Storm is really taking control in this one. He's just been dominating the Miz here. And now look at this. Oh, he's got the arms hooked into a DDT. What a move there by Jett Storm. Beautiful DDT right there to the Miz. As Jett Storm, now what's he going to do? I mean, he's just been punishing the Miz at this point. I think Storm, he should just end it now. I mean, how much more punishment can the Miz take? Oh, look at this shoulder thrust into the corner. And look at that. Oh, what a move. Another shoulder right into the gut of the Miz there by Jett Storm. And now, oh, delivers an axe handle right to the side of the head. Miz could be out cold. Oh, but he's managing to stumble back to his feet, but Jett Storm, he's measuring him. What is Storm going for here? Oh, look at this! What a knee to the face of the Miz. Right to the moneymaker. Jett Storm has just been decimating the Miz here tonight. And now I think he's looking to finish it off here. What in the world? What is Jett Storm? Jett Storm's got a reverse Boston Crab here. But Miz, he was able to get to those ropes. I don't think it was really by choice, though. I mean, Miz, he's taken a huge beating in this matchup. I don't know if he really wanted to get the rope break there. But regardless, he got the rope break. This match is going to continue. If you can even call this a match, it's more just a one-sided beatdown. Now, Jett Storm, what kind of submission hold is this? Almost shades of Eddie Guerrero, the lasso from El Paso there. Jett Storm really just wrenching back in almost in a sharpshooter-like position. Not quite, though. Jett Storm with that knee right into the lower back of the Miz. Storm, you know, maybe this time he's going to try to line Miz up in the center of the ring for that reverse Boston Crab. I mean, if that's certainly Jett Storm's plan, he definitely did a good job at wearing down the back of the Miz. T-bone suplex there, but Miz able to get the shoulder up at the last second. But I mean, just look at this. This is a completely one-sided matchup here. It's completely unbalanced in the favor of Jett Storm. Miz, he was trying to get some offense in, but Storm, he was able to counter and shut down Miz's rally, or attempted rally there. And now what is this? Oh my goodness, what do you even call that? A backslide driver there. But Miz somehow, some way manages to dig down deep and kick out of that one. And now Jett Storm, what is he looking up to? Maybe some sort of god? I mean, what is he hearing voices in his head now? But I still can't believe Miz kicked out of that backslide driver. I thought after all the punishment Miz has taken, I thought for sure that was going to be it. But I guess, you know, we are looking at a main eventer, a former WWE champion, a former man who has main evented WrestleMania. So I guess to be fair, Miz, you know, he can take some punishment. But off of that fisherman neck breaker, Jett Storm, he's looking to put Miz out here. And this time he's got Miz away from those ropes. The reverse Boston Crab locked in. And Miz is tapping out. He's got no choice. Jett Storm gets the win over the Miz here tonight on Raw in dominant fashion. Miz, he didn't even really put up much of a fight there. I mean, if it weren't for that rope break, I think Jett Storm would have had Miz right there. But somehow, some way, Miz, he managed to dig down deep. He kicked out of the exploder suplex, T-bone suplex, whatever. I think they're basically the same thing. And then he was able to kick out of the backslide driver. I mean, that's not a move we've ever seen from Storm before. But then right here, Jett Storm locking it in for a second time. And that was it. Miz, he was lucky enough to get out of the first one, but there was no way he was going to escape that second reverse Boston Crab. And that is it. Jett Storm, he has picked up the victory over the Miz, and that is going to be the last match for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed, as Jett Storm, he's going to... Oh my god. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh my goodness, look at this. The Beast incarnate, the man, the Beast, the legend himself, Brock Lesnar is here on Monday Night Raw. And Brock Lesnar, he has set his sights on Jett Storm here. Well, this is an unexpected turn of events. I mean, first, we go from Jett Storm. I don't understand exactly why Brock Lesnar seems to have set his sights on Storm. But, I don't know, is Jett Storm ready to face somebody like the Conqueror, the Beast, Brock Lesnar? I don't know if Storm is, but it doesn't matter at this point. It's all moot, as Brock Lesnar, for some reason, has his eyes set on Jett Storm here. And Jett Storm, well, he's not backing down. Jett Storm, he doesn't appear to be afraid, to be intimidated of Brock Lesnar. And now these two men just staring each other down, face to face, eye to eye. And who's going to strike first? Oh, Lesnar ducks, and Brock Lesnar, he's got Jett Storm up on his shoulders here. F5 through the canvas. Brock Lesnar has just made an emphatic statement here tonight. He just took Jett Storm out with that F5. And Jett Storm, well, the woes continue It appeared as though joining with the Wyatt family was starting to get him some success, but just when it looked like Jett Storm might have gotten back on the right path, Brock Lesnar comes down here tonight and just F5s any hopes he has of recovering his career. The Beast is back! Bow down before the Conqueror. I want Brock Lesnar next week unless he's scared to face me in a match. Well, there you have it. Could we see it next week? Storm versus Lesnar? No, no, no. Paul Heyman says no. So I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for the next episode where this feud develops. Keep on YouTubing.